And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Welcome back to another new video. Today it's a different type of video. This is a POV video in the Dodge Demon 170 1025 horsepower monster. So many of you have messaged me saying that you feel like you're never going to get the opportunity to be near one of these cars, be in one of these cars, or drive one of these cars. And I'll tell you, if I see you at Cars and Coffee and you're not a complete clown, we're jumping in the car and we're going for a ride. And there's a chance, if you give me the right vibe and I am in the right mood, that I'm going to hand you the keys to this thing and we're going to go around the corner. Why? Because that's who I am. I'm not going to live forever. I could drop dead tomorrow, but I will be remembered for sharing the little success that I've had in my life with all of you, with everyone in the world who is cool and kind and respectful and loves cars. I am going to be open like that. So when you're at my funeral, hopefully 30, 40, 50 years from now, you stand up and say, that mofo handed me the keys to his Demon at Cars and Coffee, went around the corner. Those of you that think I'm stupid for doing that, that's fine, go ahead. I'm not worried about it. It's a thing. It's a thing that's insured. I'm not handing the keys to anybody. I handed him to Skinny the other day. Go watch that video. He did a great job. I was terrified, but I want you to have the opportunity to at least experience a little bit of this car. Today, since I won't meet most of you, I'm going to take you for a ride, put you in a full POV position, looking at the dash, looking out the window, and I'm going to shut my mouth, which tends to run a lot. Yes, I agree. And I'm going to let you experience what it's like being behind the wheel of this car. So let's talk about this car for a second. I'm going to give you some interesting facts about this car that are pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and do a quick walk around while we read off of some of these, and then we'll pop the hood. But the first one, of course, this is the most powerful muscle car in the world, producing 1,025 horsepower and 945 foot-pounds of torque. It's the world's quickest production car, reaching 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds with the highest G-force acceleration of any production car at 2.004 Gs. It's the quickest vehicle ever produced in Dodge's 100-plus year history. It's history's first 8-second factory muscle car. It runs an NHRA certified 8.91 second, 151.17 miles per hour. NHRA banned for running sub 9-second quarter mile without a standard safety cage or parachute. By the way, I want to get the parachute. The horsepower output determined by sensing percentage of ethanol fuel content. Now, before we go on, let's pop this hood. All right, it produces 900 horsepower and 810 foot-pounds of torque on premium fuel. On ethanol, it's 1,025. And guess what, folks? Today, we're running ethanol. We are at 1,025 horsepower. Almost all primary engine power components were upgraded, capable of providing more fuel flow per minute than the average U.S. showerhead. And yes, I can attest to that. I spent a lot of time at the gas station with this thing. Unique Mickey Thompson ET street drag radials developed exclusively for the Demon 170. And look at these beasts. They're insane. And so far, people who are not car people, like my mom, looked down and said, "Son, you don't have any tread on your tires. You already need new tires?" And I had to explain to her how this works, which is hilarious. And of course, you've got the Demon badging right there on the supercharger for the 170, and the yellow block down there, and of course the green pulley. This thing is a beast, and it drives like a beast. And we're going to go for a ride, and you're going to be the driver in this video. So let's go. And yes, if you haven't seen my other videos, we did the red interior and the red seatbelts, because on a Demon, that just seemed necessary. Isn't that beautiful? Of course, it's got the carbon fiber dash. And let's go ahead and start this thing up so you can see the Demon head. Now, this thing always says red key in use. It does not come with a black key. And if you see right here, it says E65 for the ethanol. And I'll take you over to the dash to show you that we are running at 1,000, a legitimate 1,025 horsepower. You can tell by the blue And we are not going into drag mode. This car only has 259 miles. We're not doing anything stupid today, just some pulls. But she is still breaking in another 250 miles or so, and we'll be able to pop some wheelies. All right, so let's set up the camera and get on the road. All right, so we are using the Insta360 Go 3, which is one of my favorite cameras I've ever had. I can get a good perspective from this thing. The little piece comes out there, so you can kind of see what's going on. I'll look at you in the mirror. There's the camera, and I will give you hopefully a great preview. Now I'm going to drive with the windows down for part of the drive and the windows up for another part of the drive. So if it's a little loud, I know in my last video there were a couple little crybabies who said that the droning of my engine in my video was hurting their little ears. And I just want to get this little disclaimer out there that no one is sitting there forcing you to watch my videos. If your little ears are hurting because an engine sound in a car channel bothers your ears, well then click off, and there's a whole bunch of Taylor Swift videos that you can go watch. Got nothing in my brain. And you can have all the fun in the world with your pretty music. But the music to me and most of my viewers is there will be those sounds in the back of the video. In the background, it's pretty much part of what's required in a car channel to have some sounds. Now, if you have a humongous subwoofer hooked up to your TV and you're trying to watch it, then that drone will be louder. That is not my fault. Turn your subwoofer down. You will hear better. Hopefully that makes sense. And if you're sitting in a Dodge with the Harman Kardon radio right now, the wind and the engine sound will be significantly more pronounced, so you may want to just listen on your phone unless that sound makes your nipples hard like it does for me.
My nipples are hard just thinking about it.
So now let's jump on the road and go for a cruise and show you the magnificence, the utter magnificence of this car. Windows up. Alright folks, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. That was a lot of fun. Nothing crazy, we didn't push it too hard. Still breaking it in. Running 1,025 horsepower We got E65. That's if it drops to E64, that drops to 1024. So this thing is just downright amazing. Hopefully you enjoyed just some pulls, just some little starts to enjoy the sound of the whine and the crackles and the pops. Hopefully some of that stuff got picked up by the microphone, but nonetheless, I love this car. This is one of the most insane cars I've ever driven. I've driven fast cars before, but this takes the cake for the fastest. And yes, it's built to go in a straight line really, really fast. So you Camaro owners, I don't need your comments where you're talking about this is a one-trick pony. If you can do one trick really, really, really well, that's kind of the secret to life. That's a secret to success. It is a secret to business. So with that said, everybody, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.